Because for whatever reason, in first person, the game... Fuck you, dude, can you stop? Like, I fucking hate that the game lets me get up on the thing and then she drags me off. I fucking hate this part so much. And at some point, I'm just gonna get fed up and just say, fuck it. And just fucking die here. And just fucking say, fuck ever PBing in this game again. Because fuck this. I'm tired of this fucking stupid bitch. I also hate that Grace is still like, oh my god, I'm gonna get caught, oh no. And it's like, stop fucking caring, she's right behind you anyway. I'm stuck at the moment. There we go. Also, I took no damage, let's go. You love to see it when that happens. So I'm most likely keeping this, and I will have 3 of these. By the way, if you want to slip between her, you need to be at least 60 frames per second. Being higher than 60 makes this impossible, I think. I was watching somebody playing at higher than 60, and they couldn't do it, and I was like, oh, yeah, because gotta lower that frame rate. Here we go. I'm gonna wait till I have multiple things in my inventory before moving them. No sense opening the inventory now to put that where it needs to go. Experimental therapies.
All undergoing experimental therapies developed by Dr. Gideon.
Experimental therapies.
By the way, you don't want to start with the rocket launcher for these 5. The first 5, you want to Requiem them. Then you're gonna want to do things. Because these 5 are too spread out. It'd also be helpful if I fucking hit them. Fuck off, chainsaw, you fucking piece of shit. So then grab the chainsaw and run. Drop it though, because the chainsaw sucks as a weapon. Aim the rocket inside and you should hit all 5 of them. You want to try to hit in between the zombies in order to do that. And then you have to chainsaw the door because for some reason, I guess, Leon can't open thing. And then we're gonna run. Keep the rocket launcher equipped, because whatever item you have equipped during this is what Leon will start with. And obviously, if you have the Requiem equipped, well, he's about to give that away. Also, for whatever reason, even though Leon has a fully loaded Requiem, Grace will only have 1 bullet. So it's like, oh no. There we go. And then we reload. It is faster for her to reload 5 at once. However, because she doesn't slow down while reloading, it doesn't really matter.
Can't hurt to pick some.
There we go. So the reason I move those in the spots that I move them is for item manipulation. So that way things will go into slots 1, 2, 5, 6, which are the closest to us, the player. So it allows us to be able to do things. And I'm going to try to hit this man. I missed.
Jesus.
Oh, well. But if I had have hit him, he would have possibly have moved that for me, but it's not the end of the world. We do want to kill him, though, so he can get out of our way. Any enemies I'm shooting is for the purposes of them being out of our way. And he won't be a problem later. As for the other 2 zombies on the table, I don't know where they go, but they're never in our way, so who cares? Grab 1 coin. Walk up the stairs, kapow. Again, you want to try to get headshots so that way they don't transform into blister heads later on. So, you know, very well done. And then, again, grabbing the antique coins because we're going to get the pouch that's in the East Key room. Which will obviously... I'm not exactly sure which one is fastest, but it's the most convenient to grab because you can get it right away and whatnot. Plus, you have to go into that room. There is one that is potentially faster, but is more out of the way, so you might lose time trying to get to it. So, you know, that's the reason for that. So now, circle back around. Eventually, I will be switching to third-person Grace, but for the moment, first-person will have an advantage for us here coming up. So grab coin.
How do people normally?
Use coins to grab that. This will give us 10 slots, which is better than 8. But we basically want the left side of our inventory completely free because they are the closest. Sort of like in RE2. It's very RE2 reminiscent here. So there we go. We now have the key card. And obviously by using the coins first before picking up the card goes into slot 1. Here we are. Running forward here. Ignore the doctor here. He's not really that important at the moment. We will be dealing with him later. And then this guy, I don't know what happens to him, but he disappears for some reason. And then we have the trio of medical professionals, I'll call them. Deal with them. One of them is going to have a med injector on them, so we're going to grab it. And now comes a big skip that I will hopefully be able to get here. So by staring at the floor, run forward, and then I'm going to start tipping the camera. There we go. And then we're going to shoot and kill him now. Because one of the things about this enemy is he likes to explode. So we're going to deal with him now, so that way when he explodes, or while he's exploding, we can go in here and do the things, because he kind of takes a second to explode. So basically, madam? Oh my god, please. That was kind of bad. It should not have taken me 16 years to hit her. Now, we wanted the doctor with the saw in his hand because, again, another med injector, very helpful. And then I'm going to use one of those med injectors. Don't forget the wristband. And now we have the corrosive
Destiny.
to get this. Again, fun fact, Victor won't show up until you have the corrosive. So, I think it's the corrosive or the wristband, but you can go into that room early and he won't be there. It's kind of funny. Anyway, on to getting organs. So we need to go back into the West Wing. So that is where we are going. Luckily, we have a bit of a shortcut here. Deal with Quiet Man here. Again, sometimes he won't be in that spot, sometimes he will, but if he's kind of right beside you, it's kind of best to deal with him then. So, organs. Here we go. The first organ is going to be in the garage. This guy is guarding the garage. And now that we've used the blue there, we're going to move it here. Because we no longer have to have the inventory open to be able to grab it. There we go. And then we go in here. And then we will be given our first organ, but first we have to open it in the box. You can open the box at any time, but there's no harm in opening it right away. So that's what we're going to do. So set it to hand, set that up to the middle, 5 and 2, and then set the hand back down to auto. You can do them in any order, it's just, I just find it a bit easier to go with setting it to hand and then doing the knob to the middle and then pressing buttons. And now we're just going to stand here and wait. And then once that explodes, we're free to go.
Give me a fucking break.
There we go.
Oh, fuck.
Excellent. And then we are going to take the stairs back around. Because it is slightly fast. I lied. I'm talking a bit ahead of myself. We're going to take the stairs when going back to organ room. We're going to take this way to go to the next organ. Because we have one more organ to collect. So that is why we get the wrench, because this valve is going to break. Classic Resident Evil, your valve's breaking.
Damn it.
So use that. This will also delete the wrench from our inventory and put the heart right next to the lungs. Again, all inventory manipulation I'm doing is so that items that I need are basically a press or two away from being used. That singer was much more kind to us this time, which was quite lovely. And then we're gonna keep walking. I mean, we're actually running, but it looks like walking in first person. Again, we won't worry about the door at the moment because we have enough inventory space in order to keep the things there. Oops, don't go through there. No, no. We need to go this way because the corpse is right here. So, lungs first, then the heart. And then it's gonna wake up. We're gonna shoot him while he's getting up. And then remember that doctor? Now we'll deal with him. And there we go.
Of course it gets up.
Then we're gonna turn around. And then we're gonna go through in order to get to where we want to go. Oh, hey. It's the cleaning lady. I have never seen her do that. The cleaning part or the lunging part. But it's fine. So now we're gonna find the third, I'm gonna call it a chest. But, oh no. The images are broken. And then we're gonna type, or look at this. And then we're gonna remember Emily. We're gonna get the third wristband and get out of here. We are also going to deal with these Zambos. Kind of hope that they're mostly lined up, and they were. To the point where we got 3 of them, and then we're going to walk back through here. Again, going to the right is a bit faster because we don't have to worry about the plants being in our way for getting to the exit. There we are.
What do you want me to read? There's some buttons with braille
Oop.
in them.
Make sure to skip the dialogue. I don't know why there's a skip dialogue here.
Push the button.
Because even if you wanted to bring up the thing, you should have brought up the thing before that.
Son, I have to keep it together.
In my opinion. So now we're just walking. Most of the zombies are dead, so we won't have to worry about it. There will be a blister head summoning itself somewhere, but you generally don't have to worry about that.
We're close now.
Like, there's a blister head forming there. It won't be there once we are through this cutscene, which is a bit odd, but fine. Make sure to hit X there. So, 2 zombies in here. Then there's this zombie. And then there's this zombie. There are 2 zombies that have the potential of becoming a blister head. The director in the hallway, and then this guy. I don't know if that prevents the trance. No. I immediately started turning.
What was that?
Don't worry about it. And now we wait, and eventually an X prompt will show up. You can also mash X here. You want to be a little careful though, because if you're a little too, the camera's a little too far to the right or too far to the left, it'll be like, please pick up the thing. It's a piece of scrap and or a herb.
That thing was dead.
And the game will be like, please. Oops. Here we go.
I'm glad that FBI agent got away.
So now we're back to playing as Leon.
Yeah, Grace Ashcroft.
Leon sections in early game are actually very, very, very quick. We won't really see a lot of Leon action until we hit Raccoon City. So here we go. More. Unfortunately, you have to wait for him to explode before it'll let you open the door. I don't know why that's a decision they made, but that's a decision they made. Alright. Yeehaw. So now we're gonna hit the button. If you were playing in first person right here, Leon would physically climb the ladder for some reason. I'm not 100% sure. But it's just a thing he'll do there. So third person, he'll just jump down, which is quite lovely. Though also in first person, if you can jump down from something, he never has the opportunity to roll. So here we go. Again, if you're right beside a zombie, they won't throw the thing. They will usually wait till after the fact, which is very nice of them. It's kind of like RE4R with rocket launcher guys, who also won't do that. Get the med injector for Leon. Sometimes you might accidentally pick up the chainsaw, or not the chainsaw, the grenade. It's not too much of a big deal if you do that.
Every single time.
And there's one more guy, and he's right there. And you know you're done because he'll mention something about doing cardio and/or the music will stop. Though sometimes it takes a second for the music to stop.
Well, that's my cardio for the week.
But definitely when he mentions cardio for the week, that's when you know you're done. However, sometimes he won't say the line. And I don't know why. And that was Leon. Don't worry, we see Leon at least one more time, 2 more times during this section. But now we're back to Grace. And now we are going to say farewell to first person and say hello to third person.
Why is this under the hospital?
There isn't much evidence as to which one would be better. Obviously for that chunk skip that I did earlier, that needs first person. I've tried it in third person and it just doesn't want to work. But here, everything that you could do in first person, I've been able to do in third person. At least with my route anyway. So that is why I am switching. Because there's blood stairs later. And it seems to be slower, at least to me, in first person. So best to just switch to third person. Shoot this guy because he will become a problem later. Again, anybody that I'm shooting is because they are a problem. And so we're just doing a little bit of problem solving.
That's 2.
All right. So now we're running forward. And 2 birds, 1 stone. And then I'm going to grab this. And then we're going to go this way. Excellent. Activate thing. Good. And the reason we're doing this in the dark instead of putting the thing in is because it will be electrocuted floor, making it very hard for us to get to point A to point B, and also grab the tool we need. So now we have the tool. She drops down, shoot her once to get her out of our way, because even though she's ignoring us and eating a corpse, the game's like, no, you cannot squeeze past her. But by shooting her, it allows us to squeeze past.
Barely made it.
Go. She pops down again. Place the 2 fuses in. And head out of there. I'm going to move that down one, simply because we're going to have a key show up. And we need quick access to it. So there we go.
The smell.
Again, we'll be grabbing the 3rd fuse here momentarily, but if we grab it here, it closes the door, which is a bad idea because we kind of need to get out. Luckily, we have a backup that also takes us to Blood Slide. So I hope you like slides that take you to a pool filled with blood. All right. Make sure to take these with you. I think that was a headshot, which is lucky us, because that means the blister head will be much, much, much further away. So this guy becomes a blister head. The guy I just shot becomes a blister head if you hit the other one with a headshot. But if you hit them both with a headshot, you won't have to worry about it. And then the key. Then I'm going to move the key down there. Perfect.
God, I really don't want to go in there.
I'm actually going to have to remove a heal from my inventory. Because I won't have enough slots for the, 3, door unlocks. Because there's a 3rd quartz we're gonna get once we rescue Emily. So I'm going to do that now. And then move the key up there. Oh, that's right. So the weapon I use is for all the things. Of course, there's the Requiem, and then I use the Mark A1 sniper rifle. Also, I am in the wrong spot to not get turned into goo. I am now in the right spot to not get turned into goo. That was almost bad times. So, 1 shot, 2 shot. Wait for it. 3 shot. Wait for it. Good. Also good. This should be the last guy here. Reload while we're waiting. Want to be careful when getting close to the ladder while the thing is still spinning, because getting too close will cause it to still kill you. So grab the 3rd one
This one.
and jump down.
Emily, and get out of this place.
Blood slide time, hooray!
Oh, I got in my mouth.
I actually like the effect that her hair stays red for a second from the blood. And now we need to go grab the other 2. Also, since he's transforming, and we're there, we're gonna hit him. We need to grab our other fuses again. And then we're gonna run, grabbing the other fuse as well. And then put all 3 of them in. Don't need to worry about the zombies here, just run. The game is actually quite generous when you are carrying Emily. They're all pretty far apart. The only way you're actually going to get bit is if you actually stand still and do nothing.
It's just spinning you down. Why won't they close?
Sometimes the game can be like, no, I want you to do this instead of doing this. But what we needed to do was put the pallet down. And then we run away.
Grace? Are you hurt? I'm okay. That's good. Good, Emily.
And now we can finally make it out of the facility. Well, kind of. We make it out of the main building. Now, the game makes it seem like you need to worry about her trying to grab you, but no, you want to immediately go into open the doors. I mean, sometimes you might get hit in the back like that, but that's not too bad. Even on insanity difficulty,
Emily,
it's more beneficial to just open the doors and run.
do you maybe want to leave with me? It's
Speaking of
not
opening
safe.
doors, it's time to open 3 inventory slots. 1, 2, 3. Congratulations.
Okay. Finally. We made it. We did
But
it.
we're not out of the woods yet.
Emily?
We need to go find a helicopter
You
key.
alright?
And also deal with blood stairs now instead of blood slides.
Well, let's just... oh my god.
Hey!
Alright. Here we go. Woo. Head over to the bottle. Open it up to reveal a double helix.
Just let it be in here.
Whoops. And there we go. And then the floor will start going down because it's secretly an elevator. Who would have thought? Alright, let's go. The beginning part here is pretty simple. Let's just go to point A, point B. It's when everything starts to explode that it becomes an issue. Who would have thought? Head into the door. Everything's exploding. Unfortunate bite here. Our second intentional bite is that guy on the ground. Because guys on the ground typically don't like to pop up that much, but it's whatever.
Oh, shit.
Don't worry, Grace, you're gonna be fine. However, there's gonna be a lot of blood. I feel like she has a very normal reaction to this, which is, you know, having a horrified reaction, because I'm pretty sure if any of us were to have a giant tube of blood explode in front of our face, that would be a very normal reaction to have. So we're going to stick to the left here, because there's going to be a thing that slides down the stairs to the right. There it is. And there we are. And again, I do like the effect that her hair is, like, all red and stuff from the blood. It's a very nice touch. Eventually, she won't be covered in red.
Oh, I made it. Okay. I'm coming, Emily. Oh.
And now we're gonna head back to Leon, because Leon has to do a snipe section here. And that rifle that I mentioned is when I'm going to pick it up. And the reason for that is because you can kill Grace with
Sherry,
explosions.
Grace is still here.
The FBI agent.
Yeah. Found some files.
But we
on
will
Dr.
be
Fisher.
using the rocket launcher
She's
as well.
connected to this somehow.
Pick up the 5,000 point brace there. And if you want to get through the point adding up thing, there we go. The Marksman A1 is our rifle of choice because it is semi-automatic, which makes it a little easier to shoot. Again, if you know where they are, you can hit them, which is really nice. But again, you want to be careful with these explosive shots. Also, Leon won't switch back to the rifle until he's reloaded the rocket launcher. That's one of the downsides of this rocket launcher, is the fact that you have to reload it. It's not like the other Resident Evils where you can just go kapow, 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 kapow for ages. Nicely done. Again, I'm still trying to figure out where they all are. Oh, it's that one, wherever he came from.
Next.
Whoops.
Must be time for the evening service.
I don't know if that roof shot counted. I hear him. I don't see him. Oh, it's that guy. Okay. There is another one who comes from that spot that I keep trying to shoot at. And I'm just like, did I hit him? Did I not hit him? It's kind of a mystery. You know you're done, by the way, because Grace will burst through the doors. You should have a clean shot now. That is, if everybody's not dead. Again, not 100% sure if this is time-based or if this is kill-based.
Hang in there, Grace.
No, he said hang in there, which means she's going through in a second. Oh, no, there's that one guy. All right, he finally showed up. There you go. And then bop. Bop. There we go. Excellent. And now we don't have to worry about accidentally
All right.
blowing up Grace.
Excuse me.
There are still a couple of zombies out here, which is a bit surprising. And then we have a boss fight. And now we don't. I'm just running around here for a second just because. I don't know if the game expects you to, or if it's just like, you got a couple of seconds to do whatever. So there we go. And now we're in the final Grace. This is her final boss fight right here.
There's gotta be
She
a way to
will
dismiss this.
appear in gameplay later on, but she doesn't have like a boss fight.
I'm sorry, I know it hurts. I'm so sorry.
I'm gonna sneeze. Oh, no, we're fine. So there is another med So we're gonna use it. So first things first, we have to interact with the hatch. This is very reminiscent of RE0, by the way. How this boss fight sort of ends.
Reset the power distribution units on the lower floor.
Gotta get the power on. It's my only chance.
So we have to do 3 of these. And this one is usually free. Because while she's about to jump down, she usually gives us enough time to turn this. Usually. There we go. So we're going to wait for her to start moving. Because unfortunately she still is in our way.
2 to go.
And then we're gonna head into the control room to deal with that. And there's a neat little trick we're gonna do here, because typically on a casual playthrough you might have noticed that she throws you to the other side of the room. There's a way to avoid that. So she comes crashing in. But by going a little bit back inside the room that you're coming out of, you don't have to worry about it. And then a simple turn. Ta-da! Again, she doesn't like the light. I was gonna say, you're gonna hit me, aren't you? And then hit her one more time to make sure that we can get across the bridge with ease. And also to make sure that she doesn't knock those down. Because if she does knock those down, it makes getting out of here just a little bit slower. But that is the basics of this boss fight, is to get the lights on as fast as possible.
This should open the hatch. I need to hurry.
And then head for the hatch. Now the game is also going to be like, shoot her once we open the hatch, because we let all the sunlight in. However, we don't have to do that.
We're getting out of here. Get out of the fucking way.
Again, it's the same way that the Leech Queen in RE0, the final boss of that game, dies. It's from the sunlight. And also being shot with a magnum, but the magnum shot's in a cutscene. And also, oh no, Emily has transformed. And we want to hit her vital spot there. And we're good. Now it's on to Raccoon City, and the Leon part begins. Like, really begins. So here we go. I'm going to equip the pistol here because we need to deal with some spider webs. And the pistol is the best option for doing that because obviously the rocket launcher's a bit too overkill and the Requiem's a bit too overkill, but also slow, and same thing with the sniper rifle. So, pistol it is, since it's not overkill.
Yeah. Now it's nothing but ash and memories.
There we are. Whoops. 1, 2, and then run. Spider's gonna break through. run away. And we're just gonna sit here, because right now we're in set piece mode, we're not in boss fight mode. Whee!
All right. Now what?
Well, Leon, right now, you need to continue to run. And then we're gonna have baby spooters. But we're gonna ignore the baby spooters. Big spooter's gonna try to hit us. Switch to rocket launcher because there's no more spider webs to hit, and also we're finally entering the boss arena, and you can kill the spider right as the boss appears. Like that. Ta-da! And now we can continue into the city. Right now we're in the uptown. We're actually going to see some references to Resident Evil 3. In just a moment or two. But in the meantime, we have to get a gate open. Not that gate, a different gate. I mean, we also have to get that gate open. But also, we find a BSAA camp. But we need to get the power running. So let's get that power running, shall we? You do have to interact with the shop here. That is a requirement. And then we are going to open the gate. This is still not the gate that we need to get open. So right now I'm going to be shooting some boxes to make them platforms. Again, the pistol is really good for shooting these down. For whatever reason, the rocket launcher is actually pretty terrible at that. In my opinion, the rocket launcher in this game is the worst rocket launcher in the series. It's not, like, so bad it's not usable. It's just, out of all the rocket launchers and their various abilities, it's the worst. So right now we're just running past some zombies, because there's no real reason to fight them. Grab the key. Whoops, missed the ladder here. Shouldn't do that, don't you know?
Bad news, Sherry. This place is overrun with zombies.
What?
Hooray.
That's impossible. They should have all been wiped out by the missile.
Yeah, they should have. There should be a part for the dead.
But also, if they were all wiped out by the missile, wouldn't the city itself also have been completely wiped out? Hmm?
Sherry, found the distributor.
So, now we have to go look at locations. Say hi to the RE3 gas station, by the way.
Can you see any more from your position?
I know the BSAA camp. That should have the signal receiver.
So we have to go look at 3 locations, including said gas station.
Relay's over there, huh? That should be a fun trip.
And there we go.
Got the location for those parts. Going to collect them now.
Okay. I'll look into the BSAA in the meantime.
Did I just bully a zombie? Yes. Yes, I did. We never go on to that highway, by the way. It's just, you know, you can see zombies there, and if you want to take them out, you certainly can. Taking out zombies does give you currency. If you were doing a new game run, you would not get currency until you unlock that BSAA camp. where you would sell your combat data. Hit this zombie to make sure he's out of my way. Now that we're good, we're gonna switch to rocket launcher. Head through these doors first. We'll take care of the easy one first. It's only easy on New Game Plus because we have the rocket launcher. So we get to take care of the Blisterborn right away, which was that boss that I took on in the chapel. That's right. We do have to fight another one. So these zombies that are going to be popping out, it's better to use the Requiem here, because while they're popping out, they have some sort of iframes from the rocket launcher, which is really rather unfortunate. So we're going to turn this till about here, stop for 2 seconds, turn that, and then finish turning this. Ta-da! And there we go. And we will make it up here before the thing is even done turning. There you go. First battery of 2. Speaking of the Requiem, we're going to reload that for a second, or at least attempt to and fail. Reload it now, then. Now we're gonna head over here. There's no Blisterborn over here, it's just a bunch of zombies in the water. They just want to go swimming, you know? Whoop. There we go. It can be a bit of a maze. Ugh. Ugh. Hit the button and climb up the stairs. And by stairs, I mean ladder. And then put these in. And this is the gate that I have been mentioning the entire time. Switch to the pistol for 2 seconds because we need to bring down a ladder. There you go, Leon. Thank you. Again, wanted to bring it down before the cutscene activated. And then we're going to get our next puzzle, or bomb piece here. And get ready for mortar fire.
The guy at the end, white suit. Can you find anything on him?
Yeah, hold on. The database is coming up empty.
So, BSAA zombies can shoot us. But we don't really have to worry about it here, so we're not. They also have grenades and what have you. And now we have the mortar fire. We're not going to worry about it so much. Ow, sir, that was not very kind of you. Ow, that was still not very kind of you.
One of the parts should be just up here.
So we're going to go a little to the right here to avoid the mortar fire. And then we're going to go this way. Gonna be a little group of zombies here. And then we have to go into this building. Buildings are actually great protection from mortar fire, which is nice. Hit those guys. And we're good to go. We almost have the part we need. And luckily we have a shortcut, so we don't have to go all the way back through these shenanigans. Game? What are you doing? What are you doing? That was weird. And then here's our little shortcut, and we're free. Very good mortar section minus whatever the thing was doing.
See, at least what's left of it.
Okay, one component left.
We're gonna head down this way because we have a little bit of a shortcut
Evidence of the
through
Pentagon
the
putting
jump.
pressure on the BSAA. It appears the North American branch has been moving independently.
Hard to have an internal dispute.
And then we have the gas station,
That's all I've got.
where we've got not one but two chainsaw zombies.
Looks like my fan base is growing.
There are 4 in total in the game
Some things never
that
change.
I've been able to find,
Watch your back.
and also 4 that you have to deal with in the speedrun route here. Maybe there's more, maybe there isn't. Also, don't forget about this zombie. This zombie used to bite me all the time. There we go.
Gotta fill this up.
Here comes the chainsaw zombie now. Explosion zombie. A lot of groups of zombies here. And there's going to be another zombie bringing the chainsaw out to you, because you can have a chainsaw fight here if you want. We're just waiting for the 3rd chainsaw zombie to appear. And there we go. All taken care of. And then we're not going to worry about being set on fire. How everything didn't explode, I have no idea. But we were fine. Also, we now have 3 pieces. There's actually 5 pieces that we need to get if we want to include the gas that I just picked up, because you need the gas in order to open up some gates. And then the signal receiver needs to be repaired, and we're going to get the repair kit from the BSAA camp. So that's item number 4, and then the final item from the last location. So technically it's get 5 items, but you know, 3 of them are bomb pieces, and 1 of them is a piece to repair. So, but everything's fine. Here we go. There we go. And then I'm just going to stop here. cooldown to body armor. Sure, why not buy another med injector? So now we have body armor. It will die before I get to the end of the game, but it is very helpful for the arc section. So here we go. We need to fill up the machine. Don't ask me how nearly 30-year-old gas doesn't cause problems.
Right, I can use that.
Whee! Zip line across. And this is where the sniper rifle's gonna come back into play. Because the sniper rifle allows us to destroy glass in one shot, whereas pistol not so great at it, and the Requiem is a little bit too powerful, and the rocket launcher is really too powerful and will get us killed. Also, don't look down. There we are.
Oh, fuck.
Don't worry, the elevators are nice. So we're going to use the pistol here to break the boards. I find the pistol works best for boards, and then we're going to snipe that out. Snipe that out. Be careful, because Leon will jump off the platform here. Which is bad time. Again, was just waiting for that explosion to go off because it will knock me off the platform as well. So the hard part is now over.
Okay, let's find those detonator parts.
Oops. There we go. So now we just need to figure out... Oh, I didn't... Did I grab that? My apologies. For some reason, I think I didn't grab that. Because we're not having a conversation. I didn't. Smart. There we are.
Picked up the relay.
Great job. Now to get through that gate.
Yeah. Just gotta figure out how to
Whoops.
get down from here.
Turning around. Because again, that conversation only happens when you pick up the relay, so it was a good thing that I double-checked. Otherwise, that could have been a really bad time. Not the right gun I wanted there, but it still worked, because we stunned him. I was gonna go and Requiem him, but that's okay. You don't really need to kill. Thank you, Falling Zombie, for helping me out, and again, the zombie won't throw that because I'm too close, and will throw it after I'm very far away. It's very nice. So there we go. And turn.
Now for the other side.
Nicely done. And again, we're just gonna run past everybody. However, there is one spot that I'm going to explode because there's an awful lot of traffic there. Also, we finally got to hear the comedic pop from when the blister heads transform. I don't know why there's a comedic pop at the end of that transformation, there just is. And for whatever reason, zombies will also not come through here. And I almost made a major mistake by jumping down before turning that. And now we have our way down. But we're not out of the woods yet.
Now what?
Well, you see, Leon, there's gonna be a bunch of zombies that are gonna try to board this with you. You're gonna want to hit them in the face with rockets and/or the Requiem. Eventually, I will be switching to the Requiem because as they land on the platform, the Requiem is going to be my best option for taking them out.
You'll have to take the next one.
Just waiting for the next two to fall. There was a blister head here, and as they both stand up, you can double hit them. Also, there's reload canceling in third person only. Nice.
This is my lucky day.
I'm gonna reload the Requiem while I'm running here. We're just ignoring all the zombies. And this will actually put us very close to the gate, so that's why you want to tackle this one last. Here we go. And now it is time for bike scene.
That took longer than planned. Luckily, I found a bike. Should make up for lost time.
We just have to hold the detonator down. Ta-da! Kaboom.
All right, should make it there in no time.
Good to hear. How are the roads?
Just a few potholes.
Just a few potholes.
Whee! I don't know what it is about that line, but I absolutely love it.
Better and better.
So the reason I'm not firing yet is because they have a bit of iframes till they're about here. I don't know why they have iframes till about here. Don't try to hit me. Bad doggo.
Pups could use more training.
There you go.
So much for the direct route.
Again, it's a very scripted segment here. But it's a fun one. Again, Victor will try to hit us with rockets, so we want to try to stop him from doing that. And now for the do not try this at home part of the motorcycle. There we go. And now for the boss fight. It's not really that much of a boss fight. I was wondering if I missed that or not, but no, we were fine. And now for the RPD. Unfortunately, we don't get to spend a lot of time in here. It's very, very short.
Can't believe it's still standing.
So start heading towards the office, and then we get the cutscene. Also, you can see the Welcome Leon sign at the computer, because we're being taunted by the villain, who would have thought. Who just so happens to be a clone of one Albert Wesker. There we go. And unfortunately, this is the end of, the RPD. So here we go. Running faster. Now we're in the orphanage section, and there's unfortunately a ton of downtime. But luckily, there's a skip we can do, which is very nice. So it's not as much downtime as it was. We just need to sit here and wait for them to stop banging on all the beds. There is no way to get caught here, as far as I'm aware, while you're hiding under the bed. So here we go. Just waiting. Bop, bop, bop. Bop, bop, bop. Do 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 do. And then the game will be like, you can leave now, which is very nice. Because eventually something will catch their attention and they're like, ooh. Please let me out. There we go. Again, this is a character named Chloe. This is also taking place 8 years before the events of Resident Evil 2 and 3. So we're in 1990, specifically February. So about a year and a half before the events of Raccoon City. Almost a year, 8.5 years before the events of RE1, as that takes place in July. So now we need to hide again. And again, the game will tell us when we can leave. It's gonna look like we shouldn't leave, but we're gonna be completely fine. And it's very funny that they're just like, no, this is fine. And there's actually a third hide sequence that the game expects us to do, but we can actually skip that one. So once that door opens and she turns around, ta-da! We're gonna turn. Again, sometimes they can be a little finicky, but basically you want to leave the room and then they will disappear. But if you turn around too fast, or if you turn into them a little bit but you think you got away, you actually won't get away and they will kill you. So it's like, oh, well, darn it. So there we go. Grab the key. So then we're gonna grab the key, and instead of going to hide after she comes through the window, we're actually gonna go like this. And mash the door. And there we go. Saves us a bit of time from having to sit there and wait for them to leave the room.
Please just be a bad dream.
Unfortunately, Chloe, it's not a bad dream.
Why did they?
There we go. And then we need to open this door. And in order to open it, we need to look at the umbrella logo. It's a little wacky. And then using the coffins as a staircase. Fall down. Grab the fire poker and leave. I actually have no idea what happens if you stick around here and wait, but this kid, we just slap them away. We just hit them with the parry and leave. And now we head into Ark.
What's wrong with them? What is this place?
There are nothing to worry about here. Nothing at all. And we are done with the orphanage section right now, once I go through this slideshow. But we're going to be met with an old friend. It's Mr. X.
I don't have time to deal with this.
But you're gonna deal with it, Leon. Doesn't matter if you don't have time, I'm afraid. And then we need to turn around this way. But he's going to try to kill us with a helicopter. Peace. Now, we could continue to run here, but we're actually going to stop right here. He's going to punch through the wall. I'm going to get stuck, apparently, which is not cool, game. And there we go. We have successfully ran away from him, but we're not done with him yet. Because now we have to head towards Ark, but we have to head towards the orphanage. Before that, we must fight Mr. X once again in a battle to the death. This is not the same Mr. X from 1998. It's just a new one. Also, we could parry his punches if we really wanted to.
It hasn't changed.
So here we go. Nice, got another medic injector. Just in case. And he's dead. Onwards to
stop you as
Ark.
many times as I have to. Made it. I'm at the orphanage, Sherry. There's not much left of it. Heading underground to look for Gris.
Understood.
So now we're heading through the subway system and all that, even though it doesn't really exist. And we're also going to meet another old friend down here as well. So we just head through a surprisingly intact subway system, although to be fair, going over a rusted old train might not be the best move. Also, if you pay close enough attention to the posters, those are posters from Resident Evil 3 Remake that you could see in the subway system and at the movie theater. Well, would you look at that? It's old Plant 43.
Seriously.
But this time, way bigger and meaner. How it got moved out here from where Nest 1 was, not a clue. There we go.
BSAA left something behind.
Going down.
It just keeps going.
Like I said, Plant 4A3 got really big.
Finally reached the bottom. This is one very deep hole.
The perfect place to hide something.
Really? Usually, that will kill it. But for some reason, it decided not to today. Very unfortunate indeed.
This file's really evident for me.
Luckily, we were able to kill the ones that are an actual problem. Which are the ones that are in pairs. Moving forward, backing up, backing up. Good stuff. Then jumping down. Wait for it, hit. And then pistol to finish it off. And now we're heading directly into Ark.
This must be it.
Whoops. So as we keep running here, gonna have to deal with some menaces. Because now we have to deal with non-zombies with guns. Luckily, there's an easy solution. So it might not kill them all in one hit.
Around here.
Did that actually work? It did! I wasn't sure if waiting for a second was gonna work. Did I at least unleash the liquor so that they can fight for our amusement? Probably not, because he would have said something. If you unleash the liquor, he will go liquor. Hit that one. And then these guys will come down. Hit them as they're coming down. They will die once they hit the ground. It's very weird. Oh, apparently that guy didn't want to die. There we go.
Here at ARC, your movements will be constantly monitored. Do not leave the
And now we have to deal with the commander.
authorization. The recording and transmitting of information is strictly
No need, he says. But unfortunately, you're dead. So you have to hit him with the hatchet in order to win the fight. So... there we go. Dealt with.
Ran into trouble. This guy was one tough bastard.
Coming from you, that's quite the compliment.
And here we go. Switching back to Grace now. Like I said, Grace would make a comeback. However, she has no weapon at the moment because Leon does not give her back the Requiem. So we need to go to the box and pull out some weapons. So let's go do that, shall we?
Once I go down, there's no getting back up.
Turning. Very good. Unfortunately, the Grace section here isn't very long. Like, we are in endgame territory now. But we are going to be pulling out things. Store that and store that. So the charm I pulled out increases Grace's damage with guns. The knife is in case I get grabbed, but of course is also an infinite knife.
containment lockdown phase.
And of course, the pistol is our ranged weapon. I'll deal with you later. Here we go. So the liquors are taken care of. Liquors are our biggest problem.
All right. I'm not dead yet.
Excellent. Activate the key. It doesn't switch us back to Leon, by the way. Also, I'm just going to edit that inventory, move that there, so that way it keeps it to the slots that they should be.
I need to get going too.
As we continue to run. So activate the door, don't go in that door yet, but activate it since we're there. Because the magnetic key will leave the inventory once we unlock this door. Which is pretty convenient. And then go grab the red orb. Should be fine. Yep. Because we don't ever have to come back down here. And then we have to go get the white orb as well. Because, surprise, to unlock the final door to the giant secret computer that'll tell you the secrets about Elvis, it needs the colors of the Umbrella logo.
Threat level red.
Who would have
Storage
thought?
sector. Rebooting AI control center.
So lickers aren't really a problem in this spot. The problem is zombies. Because the zombies are most likely to get into your way, whereas the lickers are just kind of like, hi, we're here, but we're not really interested. Unless you, stick around and wait. So again, stun and run. And by zombies, I mean zombie, because that one often won't hit you.
AI control center. Noah. Reboot failure.
There
No
we go.
response. Containment protocol inactive.
And then we're just gonna run
Containment
across
protocol
here.
Inactive.
And even though lickers will be up here, they're a little slow to be able to hit you. Just ignore them and run. Again, they won't follow you into the room, so you'll be perfectly fine. So there's the red, and there's the white to make the umbrella logo, and then you're good to get out of here. Because you see, in the cutscene, Grace will remember that she has a disc from her mother, and she'll take a look at it, and it'll be revealed, surprise! And everything will be fine.
Containment breach. System-wide surveillance failure detected.
Also, Leon's gonna start doing the RE4 cough thing. Because we totally wanted that to come back. So cool.
Oh, shit. You've got to be kidding me.
So that'll periodically happen here. It won't be too much of a problem.
This must be the room.
Indeed.
I'll take out as many of you fuckers as I can.
Here we go. Take that just because. I mean, we still have the 2 med kits, so it's like, not really needed, but it doesn't exactly cost us time to pick it up.
Security stress. Detected. Elevator shutdown. In effect. Override key authorization required.
Is that all of them? We're gonna find out because it's gonna talk about the pods failing. If they were all dead. We found them.
Compromised. Pod lockdown unavailable.
How dare the pod lockdown be unavailable?
Functionality offline. Air thermometer warning. Pod lockdown unavailable.
Yeah. Let's get this over with.
Here we go.
Will arrive shortly. The elevator has arrived.
Almost there, Sherry.
So now we have to do the slow walk to the yellow room. Because we've got this going on. Run, Leon, run. Or in this case, walk very slowly. You can do it, Leon. I believe in you. And there we go. And then we switch back to Grace, where we have to input the code for Elpis. We will either have the choice of destroying or releasing, but we need the final boss fight, so we will be releasing. Because spoilers, Elpis is a cure, not a virus.
This is finally my chance to do something. Oh, Leon! Leon!
There we go. Input the password.
You are my hope.
She is my hope.
A blind hope. By the way, that is Oswell E. Spencer talking when you are talking about hopes and what have you. I win. And I win again. And I didn't do the thing where I accidentally opened the menu thinking this is a cutscene. Or wait, no. Right? Yeah. Okay, good. We're good. Okay, I was confused. Sorry. Anyway. Woo! And that's that. That was Resident Evil Requiem. No intro. New Game Plus. I hope you have enjoyed. And thank you for watching and your consideration. Until next time. Bye-bye. Alright, not bad. Woo! That was a PB too. Yeehaw!